Everybody stand up. Y'all look good. Look at your neighbor on your right. Say you look good, neighbor.
You look good, bro.
Look at your neighbor on your left. Say you look better, neighbor. Y'all go ahead and sit down. I'm just messing with y'all. Can anybody finish this sentence for me? Dante, in order to be successful, you gotta go to
College.
and get a. Go to
College.
and get a. Whoa, I heard two missed answers with that second part. It's not degree. Going to college, getting your degree. Get a. What do you do after you graduate college? Thank you. Y'all acting like y'all don't know. Everybody told y'all, only me. Come on now. But I was told that by literally like everybody in my life. Pretty much when I was growing up, the adults in my life who were actually having success and weren't in the streets, doing all that kind of stuff, they pretty much told me, you have to go to college in order to get a good job, and that's pretty much the only way you can be successful. So that's all I knew. So when I graduated high school, I'm going to college. I wasn't a straight A student, I ain't get no scholarships, but I went to school. Maybe my sophomore going into my junior year, I decided that I was going to go to Ocean City, Maryland for a summer. I had just turned 21. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going to go hang out. I'm 21, you know what I mean? It's going to be a good time. And a lot of my friends that were at school was doing the same thing. So I was like, okay, cool, it's going to be fun. My friends are down here. This is awesome. So I go to Ocean City for the summer with the intent on coming back to school in the fall again. So I went down there and I started to talk to some of my friends who were in school or had just graduated. So I like to hang out with the older kids. So I was a freshman and sophomore hanging out with juniors and seniors. So a lot of my friends, when it was my time to be a junior, they had already graduated. So now I want to know, how's life? How's the job? You successful? You did it. I got to know. I'm calling people up. Yo, bro, how are you? What's going on? How's everything? Hey, man, I'm working at T-Mobile and I'm trying to stack some funds up. And they told me that if I stay here for 18 months, I'm going to get this promotion and that promotion. And I'm still staying with my mom. And they just explaining to me the life right now. And I'm like, so that's everything? Like that's why you went to school? Didn't you get a psych degree? Yeah, but I put out some applications and I'm waiting for some people to get back to me, and this person said they're gonna call me in 2 weeks, and this person said they was gonna do this and that, but I'm waiting. But I thought that when you got the degree, it was good. That meant you were gonna get a good job. Why am I going to school for 4 years, some 5 years, some 6 years, depending on who you are, but why am I going to spend all this money and this time to get this thing that when after the fact, what you told me I was gonna have afterwards isn't guaranteed? Call up another friend. Yo, bro, you graduated a couple months ago. How's life? I want to know. Bro, I'm working at Enterprise right now. I'm stacking up some money. I'm supposed to be getting a promotion in 6 months. I'm struggling a little bit, but I'm paying my bills. My car's paid. So I'm okay. I'm just saving a little bit of money, doing my thing. I'm like, you just okay? Is success just okay? So I was confused. So I was thrown off a little bit. So it's coming to the end of my summer right now. I was serving tables at a restaurant out there. I'm topping in the summertime in Ocean City. It's good. People coming to eat. It's the beach. Got shrimp, crabs, all of that. It was a good time. It's coming to the end of the summer, and the guy I was working for, he came to me. This dude's name was Joe White. I'll never forget him. He had the most annoying voice I've ever heard in my entire life. He was like, Dante, well, listen, I really like the work you're doing here, and I think you have a great impact on everybody that you're around. I want to give you a promotion. Promotion? I'm serving tables. What am I going to do? Well, you could be a manager. Tell me about it. I was like, well, you're going to have to work 6 days a week, but I'll be able to guarantee you $42,000 a year. I thought about it. I'm like, my friends who just finished 2 more years of school, meaning they paid $15,000, $20,000, are getting paid about the same. I can get that right now. Why would I go back to school? Bet. So I took the job. So you know me, I'm hyped now. I call Mom. Mom, I just got a promotion. I'm getting $40,000 a year now. I'm 21. Everything's wonderful. She hyper than me. Oh yeah, my baby done made it. He here, he done did this, he done did that. She got my all on Facebook and all of that. It's crazy. My dad, call my dad. Me and my dad have a different relationship. See, I can get hyped with my mom. My dad, y'all gonna meet my dad one day? Big brolic dude, real serious. Look you right in your face, strong handshake, military kind of guy. Call my dad. Hey, what's up, Dad? Again, I gotta act like I'm a little bit bigger and stronger when I'm talking to him. You know? I gotta let him know I ain't soft, all right? So I call him like, what's up, Dad? What's up, son? Super deep voice. I'm like, I got the promotion. Good. Work hard. Try to get another one. That's it? All right, bet. But I'm thinking in my head, I'm winning. I think the game is over. I'm like, okay, the game is to go to college and to get a job that's going to make you $40,000 a year. You work for these people, try to get more promotions, and that's the lifestyle of a successful American. That's what I thought. So everything's wonderful now. I bought a new car. I'm out every night. I'm 21 years old, making $40,000 a year. I just bought a brand new car. Before that, I had a 1997 Burgundy Buick LeSabre. As soon as I got the job, I got an all blacked out 2007 Hyundai Sonata. I'm balling. Like, everything was good. Like, I felt great. It was a great situation for me. And I thought that in my mind that everything was good. So when I was making that kind of money, not that it's a lot, but I wasn't doing anything extra. I was complacent. I was comfortable. I thought I had already won the race. So I'm like, cool, I got this job now. I'm good. I'm protected. My money's safe. Why would I invest in anything? Why would I learn any other skills? Why would I do anything aside from what I already have situated, because I already won the race? Because they told me when I was in high school that the race was to go to college and get a good job. So I had this job. And then a year and a half went by. And that same dude, Mr. Joe White, called me in the office again. Dante, I'm sorry to inform you that I sold the business. So, what do you mean you sold the business? What did I do with my job? Well, he's like pacing, and he's like, I can tell he's having a hard time telling me what he's about to tell me. I'm getting hot, because I already get sense. You know you got your BS meter. When somebody's talking to you, you can just feel the BS. The more they say, you just like, you know the BS meter is going up. And I'm like, oh, he's not about to do this. He's not about to do this. Dante, I'm sorry, but your salary is no longer valid. What? So all that, oh, you love me so much, I'm a great influence on the team, where did all that go? All he had to do was say, I'm sorry. All he did was say, I'm sorry. So I'm standing in there in this office with him. Now I'm standing up. I was sitting down. I stood up, because now I'm hot. I was about to turn Joe White into Joe Black and Blue real quick. So I'm in there, and I leave. I'm sitting in my room, and I've never felt more vulnerable in my entire life, because I left school. I'm from Philadelphia. I was living in Ocean City, Maryland at the time, had my own house, had a car. Everything was set up for me to win. I thought I was good. And then one day, everything I thought I had just literally changed. Had a little bit of money in my savings account, was able to pay bills for the next month, and then it was over. Car got repossessed, had to move back in with my mom, didn't know what I was going to do next, because now I'm out of school. And you know, once you go to school and you don't finish and you leave, it is hard to go back. I'm trying to tell you. So I was at a loss. And I went back home to my mom's house. I'm honestly sitting on the bed, like my old room that I grew up in, crying. I was that mad. You ever been so mad you got tears coming down your eyes? I'm not even crying right now. I'm just pissed. Like, you don't even know where that anger, where the tears even coming from. So I'm in there by myself. I went to the bathroom and I looked in the mirror. And I'm looking at this dude in the mirror and I'm like, this will never happen to you again. And that's all I knew. I didn't know what was going to change. I didn't know what I had to do. I just knew what just had transpired and how I was feeling in those moments and how that nice car that I had was gone. Picked it up out the driveway. I said, this is crazy. Like, y'all came in. It's only been a month. Gone. I'm like, this is wild. I will never go through this again. I will never have my life, my funds. I'm glad I don't have no kids and I ain't had no girl at the time. Because if I did, it would have been worse for them. I can figure out a way to take care of myself. If I have responsibility, some of y'all got kids in here. Some of y'all got whole families and lives that you're responsible for, but the only source of income that you have is coming from your job. I don't care what they told you. If you're not the CEO, you cannot control when or if they decide to let you go. You can't. That's just the situation. So you need to find other ways. You need to do other things to protect yourself. When I had that kind of money, I got comfortable, so I wasn't doing anything else. In the time that I was going out spending at the bar, the time I was going out spending at the beach, doing all that kind of stuff, even though I had a job, I still should have been able to figure out other resources, have multiple streams of income. And that's what we're going to talk about here today, is how you guys can get multiple sources of income. The first thing I want to discuss, who know who Robert Kiyosaki is in here? Let me see hands. If you don't know, you need to know. Robert Kiyosaki he wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. How many of y'all heard of that book? See, more hands raised. Exactly. He wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Y'all need to read that book. It's a great book. And in this book, he discusses the cash flow quadrant. And the cash flow quadrant pretty much explains to you how people make money. So you see on this top left part of the quadrant right here, we have employees. Employees was just what I was doing when I was in Maryland. I was trading my time for money. Trading my time for money. Guys, time is the most valuable asset that you have on the planet. You should not, you good. You should not be, the only way you should be making money, the only source of income should not be you giving all your time away for some money. When I was giving away my time for money, you're capped on how much money you can make because you're not determining how much your time's worth. The job tells you that you're going to make $15 an hour, and then in 6 months you might make 18. They're determining what your time is worth. So there's always going to be a cap on how much money you can make. You see in the next quadrant right here, you got self-employed. So when I was managing, I was an employee. Self-employed people are like your barbers or like your carpenters, people that get hired to go do jobs. My sister is an editor and a publisher. She is self-employed. As self-employed people, there's a cap on your money, not because of how much your time is worth. You determine how much your time is worth. If I'm a barber, I can say, hey, listen, I'm charging $100 a haircut. If you don't want it, you ain't got to use me. That's what it is. But there's a cap on your money because of the time now. So as somebody who's self-employed, I can't say, oh, well, I'm going to cut 1,000 people's heads in one day. It's not enough time for that. So again, there's a cap on your money. What we're trying to do today is take that cap off. I'm going to show y'all about how you can make some money today that is unlimited and not capped by anything, only your knowledge. You see right here, we're trying to move you to the right side of money. When I say right, it doesn't mean that what you're doing right now is wrong. It's about geographical right. You see in the top right here, think about the wealthiest person you know. Think about them. Get a picture of them in your head. Chances are they own some kind of a business, right? Some way, some shape or form, they own some kind of a business. Business owners are people who acquire assets, who build teams and acquire assets. I apologize, guys. But as a business owner, there's no cap on your money because when you want to expand, all you got to do is create more systems and acquire more assets. You can keep making money. So the best way to be making money one of the best ways is to be a business owner and have systems coming in to bring you in a residual income. The last quadrant on here are investors. Investors are people who let their money work for them. Did you know that 97% of the money on earth is controlled by 3% of the people? That means that people who really got it, all they're doing is playing with it and reinvesting it and finding other ways to make their money make money for them. There are people who don't have money, who don't know anything about investing, but when you get money, the first thing you want to do is go buy a car. The first thing you want to do is go buy some shoes. You need to learn how to invest so that way your money is always working for you. The banks right now, what bank do you guys use? What bank do you use? TIAA. What bank do you use?
Bank of America.
What bank do you use?
Lease and Fire.
Do any of you make more than 1% a year on your savings account for the money that you have in the bank?
No.
Exactly. So you guys got to realize that you putting your money in the bank is not protecting it. I had my money in the bank. I thought I was safe. As soon as I got laid off, I was good for 1 month. Then it was over. Most Americans, actually 67% of Americans, cannot survive a $500 emergency right now. If something happened to you right now, not when you get paid next week, not when you can make a phone call to get for a loan, if something happened to you right now and you can't spend $500 right now, that's a problem. You need to figure out a way so that way you can have some money to be able to protect yourself from the things that are going to happen to you in life. Life happens to everybody. There's no exceptions. The only thing you can control is how you prepare for it and how you react to it. That's it. Preparing for it, for myself, for my own example, when I was making money, when I was making money as an employee, I should have been putting it in some kind of way to invest. I should have been doing something with that money and my time. Again, I told you, time's the most important. So instead of going to the bar every night, I should have been studying something. I should have been doing something. But because I was complacent, I thought I was good, I wasn't doing anything. That was the problem. I was not preparing myself for that dark day that came. And then after the fact, once I learned that lesson that I learned, now what do you do with that information? It would be stupid for me to just go jump back and do the same thing. I'm just get another job and just hope they don't lay me off. Why would I do that? I already know how that felt. Why would I put myself at that kind of risk? So I was looking for something like this. I was hungry. I began to seek out. I went to a networking event in DC, and when I went there was a lady in the front of the room named Dr. Jewel Tankard talking about Forex. And I said, for what? I said, for who? I literally wrote in my book, my little notebook that I had, literally a 4 and an X. Because I was sitting there confused. I had no idea what she was talking about. It was a completely unfamiliar space to me. So I was confused. This is 7 months ago. I was confused in that room. I was like, what is she talking about? I never, just exchanges and all this stuff. It was all new to me. And I was a little bit intimidated. And there's going to be some things that you see today that might intimidate you. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to think about it like going to the gym. When you go to the gym, in order to get stronger, when you want to lift, you got to add resistance. You have to add resistance to what you're doing and push through that to get to the strength that you're trying to get to. Right or wrong? Right? So think about that as far as your finances and your mental was concerned. You're not going to be able to get stronger financially if you don't add resistance. You got to learn how to do new things. You got to get taught new things that you don't know about. Does anybody here play sports? What do you play? Football? When you first started playing football, your first day, were you as good as you are right now? Exactly. But you went through a process of pushing through that resistance of not being good and getting through that. And then today you're in a completely different situation than you were when you first started, correct? My point exactly. You got to get to that point and push through that resistance. So what we have for you today is some resistance. And I'm going to introduce to you somebody who is very, very, very much experienced in this game. This gentleman has traveled to over 10 countries last year. He's already been to 4 different countries this year. He has a huge heart for people. He loves people. The people on his team, he runs a team called the Bomb Squad, and these guys and girls are extremely excited. He motivates them every day. He talks to them. He makes sure they're having success. He cares about people. And he's also a snippet away from Platinum 5,000, meaning he'll be making about $5,000 a month residually for the rest of his life. So he's getting money too, and he's willing to teach you, and he's willing to help you, and he's going to show y'all something today that I'm extremely excited about. I need everybody to give me a round of applause for Mr. Eric.